Once again, what will it take for you who are listening to this, to realize that we are living in an actors-based reality? Actors are the ones shaping the media that you take in, and therefore, whether you believe it or not, shapes your mind and how you perceive reality around you. Of course, if you look outside your own backyard, so to say, you don't see all this trouble going on. What do you hear at night? Crickets chirping. Yeah? So, I have been off for over a month now because everything just continues to stack up and up and up, and eventually it breaks within a person. Eventually a person says, "This is all bullshit. This is all fucking bullshit. I can't possibly waste my time talking about all this. If people can't see it anymore, well then, you're fucked." So, before this big event, the Trump presidential election, the talk of the border wall and everything else, and nothing happened. You might be a part of a few groups on Facebook where they share memes. Again, I've talked about the sharing of memes as if that does anything. Memes about Trump gonna build that wall. Alright. It's not gonna happen. And as we can see now, Trump is already at least putting up the frontal image that we're going to go to war. I don't believe it. I don't believe that there will be a third world war. I think that the third world war has already begun during Reagan's presidency and Gorbachev's leadership in Russia. I think they agreed, as did everyone else in power throughout the world, that the final Great War would be nothing more than a cold civil war throughout the world. And what do we have anymore? Cold wars, civil wars, things like that. So we have this issue with this alleged, supposed, crazy black man who, for no reason, well, I guess he has his reasons. His reasons are, I guess his mother did not love him, his girlfriend did not love him, or whatever, and he was mentally unstable and therefore decided to execute people at random, and he was brazen as such to video this and put it so-called live on the internet. Very spooky stuff, of course. Now, we've seen this before with the Flanagan Bryce Williams black crazy man who decided to gun down innocent whitey on live TV, and then later he was proved to be so-called homosexual. And this is also happening now with this so-called crazy black man. He's also homosexual. Once again, the media continues to shovel shit upon shit and hope that you eat it and chew it, and they hope that you love it. Now, how do you love it? by getting behind it with your emotions. You love it if you say, this motherfucking piece of shit, I can't believe this. Or if you're pro-white, this fucking sick nigger, I can't believe this. Or pro-black, this bastard ass, Esau ass, wannabe nigga, I can't believe this. It's all a stunt. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. The media's job, as previously stated, is to confuse you and lead you into non-stop disarray, to keep you blind, to keep you ignoring what's really going on. Just look in your backyard. That's what's really going on. Do you have tomatoes that are ripening? It might be time to pick them. Is it time to, water the garden, teach your children at home, instead of throwing them into the machine of public education? The media's job is designed for confusion. Any slight amount of picking apart this new bullshit story, which is all they are, always are stories, will show you with a scrutinizing eye that it's a fabrication and it's there for a reason. Now, what is the reason? First, they're sending us these bullshit threats of North Korea suddenly trying to launch missiles, and oh, LOL, ha ha ha, North Korea can't fire a missile, it's all a scam. Proud North Korean people are being made to look a sham because their world leader agrees to this. So we have that going on. And this means that there is probably discussion of another invasion, for another country. Of course, Iran is always on the map, and Syria, still going through the Syria bullshit that the world is doing there. So, to keep the masses scared and terrified while the big shit in the world is going on, they have to create a crazy gun, terrifying story to keep everyone terrified. Terrified on many levels. The gun lovers are going to be terrified that they're going to lose their guns now. The gun haters are going to be terrified that people are just going to start randomly blasting each other. Remember this, just slightly before this crazy black man went on shooting innocent people, there was the crazy white man who actually was so crazy, so brazen, and so bold that he decided to leave his home and his state and travel out of state just to blow away one black man, one elderly black man, same as in this current story. He decided he would cruise out of town, blow away one elderly black man just to do it, and he was then supposedly by the media linked with Daily Stormer. So you can see how they're trying to put the eyes on anyone who is racially thinking, racially aware or Jew-friendly, etc. Now, of course, this new story just has a crazy black man. Well, we saw that already, though, with the crazy black man who decided to blow away, for no reason, his innocent white victims that he worked with at the TV station. Flanagan Bryce Williams, whatever the fuck his name was. Once again, the media's job is there to keep you confused to what's going on. During any potential skirmish, because war has not been declared in a long time. In fact, if you speak to any veterans that you know, they will always tell you, we do not go to war anymore. We are doing battles and things like that. War has not been officially declared. So, we are seeing this continuous Cold War, which is keeping people afraid, which is why North Korea is being resurrected as a so-called nuclear threat, while the agenda for reforming the Middle East and the world continues. The lower end of it gives us the racial terror, the I'll lose my guns terror. Let me tell you right now, you're never going to lose your guns. It's not going to happen. Every time these Jews put forth the idea that they want to dismantle gun rights, they probably honestly do, but it's not a part of the plan. Not yet, at least. And in fact, it wouldn't happen anyhow. Well, it might. Let me say this. It might. Because people are pussies. And I speak to all people, but I especially try to speak to white people. And white people are the biggest pussies that we have. No other culture, no other race just lays down and bellies up to what happens around them. White people might actually let their guns go. They might. They might say the whole thing like, well, I was a veteran and I did my time for Uncle Sam, and well, I guess if the good God says that the president can have my guns, well, he's going to put my best interests at heart. You know, it goes like that. It really is that flimsy. But we're sticking on with this story, which is all bullshit. And the point behind it is that it's designed to terrify you. Now, what happens when you're afraid you don't do anything? Well, what have you been doing anyway? What has anybody been doing? So many people won't even show their faces, won't even let their voices or even their names be known. What are you afraid of? The agenda is in motion. Of course, we have now also the Alex Jones is just an actor coming out. Leaked, so-called, quote-unquote leaked, released. Well, we knew this already. Who stood behind Alex Jones who is aware of what's really going on? Nobody. This is just a quick blurb about what's going on. Nobody's seen or heard from me for a while on here. Because, like I say, all the bullshit just stacks up and stacks up and stacks up. And by this stage, if you can't realize that every day that they give you news that's shocking and spooky and terrifying, that it's bullshit, well, my friend, you are fucked in the head, and you are actually not my friend. So therefore, you are gone. Anybody who still supports the lie that we live in. This is Chris with the Age of Reason. I'll catch up with you guys next time. Keep both eyes, all three eyes, opened at all times. And go further.